the first episode of the Hatcast. My name is Ryan, and I'm joined by co-host
Me, Dean.
me.
Me.
Wonderful. So, tell us a bit about yourself, Dean.
Hello, my name is Dean. I live in a small town called Oldham. It is a pile of poo in Manchester, and you probably never heard of it. Actually, no, you've probably heard of it by now because we were like the top in the COVID charts. Coming to you live from Oldham, the top of the COVID charts. Yeah, and that's about it. It's not a big flex, so yeah, go on then.
Yeah, being really good at COVID isn't like something you want on your
it's not
welcome
brilliant.
to Oldham sign.
Oh yes, I'm like really good at COVID, and
Well, following on from that, I'm Ryan. I'm from the other end of the country. I'm from Exeter in Devon. And yeah, it's not hit us too bad here, but you know, it's only a matter of time, isn't it? But let's get on to what we're doing today. Today is the first of what we hope will be quite a few episodes of a podcast that we've been wanting to do for a while now, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
we've spoken
we've talked about it a lot for like at least about a month.
extensively about
Yeah.
the idea of a podcast, but the issue was that we couldn't actually find something that we wanted to talk about like every week. By the way, that's not a promise that this will be weekly. It might be sporadic. It might be weekly, but we'll see. But we couldn't settle on one thing because yeah, games, but there's so many gaming podcasts out there.
Yeah, it's too many.
Um,
Oversaturated.
And not even oversaturated. I just don't feel like that's our niche. So we kept talking, and it came to me one night. Why don't we just pick an idea out of a hat? And then that sort of developed to, well, we don't have to just pick one. So welcome to the Hatcast.
Hatcast.
And basically, over the past couple of weeks, Dean and I separately have been filling up actual hats with bits of
Actual
paper.
hats.
On which are written topics. So each episode, we're going to go for sort of like an hour, and then we're going to basically pick a couple out of a hat and see which ones really grab us, and we'll probably talk about each one extensively. But if there's one that we pick, because we do have some interesting ones in there, I know for sure. There's definitely some surprises for each of us, though, which I think is great.
Yeah, I think
So-
they're all really promising
Yeah.
topics.
Well, Dean, as I've sort of introduced, would you like to do the first ever pick out of the
Oh
hat?
my god, it would be my pleasure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right,
let's
here
do
we
it.
go. I'm gonna give him a little jiggle here, right?
Oh, that
gonna
ASMR.
go
Do it
for
a bit more. Do it a bit more. Like, right near the
second.
mic.
How's that? Was that alright?
That was great.
Right, I'm gonna pick. Should I go for a small piece of paper or a big piece of paper? What are you saying?
Surprise me.
Okay, I'm just gonna close my eyes and go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm scared. Okay, here we go. Oh. Bicycle wheels.
Bicycle wheel.
Now, there's a big thing about this. I've got a thing for bicycle wheels. Did you ever? You had a bike when you were younger, right?
Yeah, I've had many bikes.
Right. Did you
These-
ever put a packet of crisps inside your bicycle wheel so when it hit the frame of your bike, it sounded like some kind of a strange engine?
I did it with playing cards. I did it with a
Oh.
couple of playing cards and a clothes peg.
We always did it with packets of crisps.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Both would work. Both would work.
Oh, and it sounded so good when you were going down hills. It was like, and you're like, oh, I know it sounds like shit, but it sounds like I'm a motorbike. Look at me. Oh,
Oh, do you remember that kid? There was always one on the estate, and he always had like that little rever thing on the handlebars, and he'd like rev it up, and it would sound like a really shitty like
yeah.
125 bike or something. And it's just like, oh
Like,
yeah, all right, mate,
You've
calm
wasted
down.
your money, sir.
It's
Get a packet of crisp.
like we all said like, yeah, what a loser. But then we all went home, sat head in hands, like, why wasn't it us?
Mom, I want a bicycle.
For me, what I've seen quite recently about bikes though, I keep seeing people with them thick tires. Like,
Oh, I've seen those. They're
like-
like massive, aren't they? Like, what's
Yeah.
the deal with thick tires?
see,
I
See, thick tires, like it does make sense if you're like off-roading and stuff. But I'm seeing people going through city centres in it.
Yeah, what's the point? Just get a normal bike, you dingus.
I'm kind of glad that bicycle wheels came up first, which
Yeah, I'm
sounds
so
like a
glad.
weird thing to say, but I actually
2020.
have a lasting injury because of
Uh-oh.
bicycle wheels.
Please tell us.
Yeah,
what
no
lasting
cap.
Injury.
No cap. I'm missing a shard of bone from my right kneecap.
Bone?
Yeah. Right, here's the story. So
Get
back
around.
back a few years ago, I think it was just before I went to uni. I was living with my folks, and my mum used to work at a school, and it was summer holidays, so they had this like training camp for like badminton or something in,
All right.
and there was a cleaning job going, and I went. I mean, that's a bit of extra cash before I go to uni.
I
That's
can
ideal.
clean.
Yeah. And so I went and I was a cleaner there for I think only like a week, maybe 2 weeks, just as cover for their regular cleaner. And I was getting the train to the town and then cycling through the town, all the way up to the school, which was like probably like I don't know, maybe a mile away, mostly uphill. So my granddad gave me like a road bike, a racing bike
Oh.
with really thin wheels. Now at this point, I'm probably about, I'd say I was about 18, maybe 19. All my life up until this point, I've been riding mountain bikes or BMXs. I'm used to thicker tires, and like, I'm just used to going wherever I want. So as I'm going, I realise, it'd be quicker if I go up through this housing estate. So I'll go to turn, and the wheel just slots perfectly into a fucking drain. So I fly over the handlebars and I land in a pile of shit in the middle of the road. Luckily, cars stopped, and I get up. This fella's getting out of his car. He's like, "Fuck, are you all right?" I'm like, Feeling a little sore right now.
Yeah.
I didn't have a pile of salt to roll in, so
No, sadly not.
so I get to the side of the road and I'm just looking around. I'm like, doesn't appear to be any blood. Oh, my knee feels really sore though.
Oh, my
But
knee.
I looked, and there's no blood. There's no blood. There's no wound on my knee. So I'm just like, huh. All right. Well, I limp to one of our family lived nearby or worked nearby. Yeah, they worked nearby, and so I went to theirs and I was like, hey, can you give me mum a call and see if she can drive in to come get me, because the bike's totaled and I can't really walk. So we did that. Mum came and got me. And now months later, I've kind of forgotten about it. I'm just like mindlessly like feeling my knee just while I'm waiting for somewhere, just hand on knee, and I just go, fuck, that ain't right. I feel I feel the other knee. I'm like, something's missing out of my right knee. And there's just a big chunk of bone that's just gone. I'm just like, that's upsetting. How did that happen? Was it the
My
bike?
bones.
It must be the bike. I've not done anything else. So I went to the doctors and we did an x-ray on my leg, and we can't find where this shard of bone is.
Oh.
So it might just be like, it might be gone,
Just
or
when?
or it's floating around somewhere in my leg.
Oh, no.
And I'm just going to wake up one morning with my leg purple where I've accidentally punctured an artery.
Yeah.
And I'm dead.
So is it still in there?
we
floating
couldn't
around?
we couldn't find it.
Oh,
We couldn't
so
find it through the x-rays.
This very day, that bone is
Somewhere.
in your leg somewhere. Not in the good sense, in the bad sense that it's in your leg, just chilling.
It keeps me up. It's,
Yeah, I'll bet. Something
Yeah.
that keeps you up every night. Oh, there's a bone in my leg. Oh, is that all right? No, it's not in my leg.
normal people, when they like sort of like bash their leg against something, and just like, ow. Me, I'm just like, is it my time?
You literally
This is
lost a
the end
bone
for me.
somewhere.
A shard of bone.
Yeah, I mean that's scary enough. I mean, oh, you know.
Well, yeah, that's
wait.
that's me and bike tires.
Yeah,
Fun fact: I didn't learn to ride a bike till I was 7.
yeah. I forgot how to learn a bike Learn? I forgot how to ride a bike.
Oh, really?
They say you never forget how to ride a bike. I did. I forgot. I had to relearn completely. I went on this trip to I can't remember, it was like the Yorkshire Dales or something like that. And it was like, right, it's time to ride the bike cross country, and let's go somewhere. And I was like, I just put my hand up. I was like, Miss, I've absolutely forgotten how to ride the bike. I like got on it, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I just hadn't rode a bike in ages, and I think that was because once when I was younger, I was like riding along on the path for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
Next to a road, and I just kept falling off this bike, and I felt well stupid because this car kept stopping every time I like fell off because he thought I was going to roll into the road. But I got back on, and then like a second later, I just kept falling off. I was like, "This is so stupid." I was like getting really like aggravated with myself. I was like, "Right, I'm not riding a bike for ages now," so I didn't, and so I'd forgotten.
Fair
Don't
enough.
know how.
So we found out when I was like 18, 19 that I'm actually dyspraxic.
Mm-hmm.
And so my parents are like, "Oh wow, you're dyspraxic." I'm like, "Yeah, funny how I couldn't ride a bike till I was 7. Not really a big
Right.
warning sign, that is it? Couldn't fucking write for years."
Mm.
On my right, my fucking handwriting was so bad I nearly had to have a bastard laptop in the like fucking mid-90s. And me
Oh,
walking
that was
around
great.
with like a fucking battery.
Like Stephen Hawking, but except you'd be alright. You could talk.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'd refuse to talk. I'd just use like Ryan, Will from afar, and just be like, "Hello, my name is Ryan."
I can't write, but that's okay.
Because I can wrong you.
Please don't treat me different.
Why does he speak like that? My dad wouldn't fork out for proper settings.
He didn't want Microsoft Sam.
Oh, how did we get to? Oh, you know what? Have you
mind.
got any more on that topic, or shall I take a dive?
Bicycle wheels, I'm done.
Yeah, I think moving to dyspraxia and fucking
Yeah.
proper injuries and shit has really changed the game of that one. Right,
Mm-hmm.
let's go for this. All right, what have we got here? Wrestling gimmicks.
Wrestling gimmicks.
Okay,
you
so-
know all about those.
Okay, so I think to give you and whoever actually listens to this a bit of background. So a wrestling gimmick is sort of like the role you play. So like the Undertaker's gimmick, the Undertaker, one of like the most famous wrestlers ever, was basically he was an undead wizard.
Was he a wizard? Wait, I never got the wizard part.
See,
Like-
here's the thing. He could- he's-
The fact that he's a wizard also has changed my.
well, like he calls lightning down and stuff, and he's surrounded by druids and shit.
Oh my god.
So yeah, kind of a wizard. But there was also like a team of male cheerleaders. There was a fucking leprechaun at one point
Oh my
called
god.
Hornswoggle and the Spirit Squad.
I just thought he was supposed to be like dead morbid and shit, but I didn't know he was a freaking wizard.
He was literally meant to be dead for a while. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's crazy.
He would-
Oh.
So yeah, the thing with
minute.
the thing with the thing with wrestling is if you're watching it and taking it exclusively seriously, you're probably not going to enjoy yourself.
You're doing
But
it wrong.
if you watch wrestling for like, I've always said to people, like wrestling for me is like a soap opera, but far more entertaining. Because the moment I see Doc Cotton do a fucking backflip and put like Barbara Windsor through a table, then I'm gonna start watching fucking EastEnders.
Yo, I'd
But
like to see that.
I'd pay money to. I would watch that fight. It's just like, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring, weighing 5 stone, standing at 5'4", Doc Cotton. I watched this
so
shit.
good.
So yeah, I think the best way for us to do this is I'll say a dumb gimmick, and then we'll see if you want to do one, or do you want to go first?
Oh what? With gimmicks?
Yeah,
I'm not much of a wrestling
buff, not a fan.
aficionado.
Okay,
that's
so
the right
but you
word.
understand what a
Well,
gimmick is
I-
basically.
yeah,
It's
I
the
know, I
character.
know. Yeah,
boy.
like the sock man. What's he called?
Mankind.
Yeah, was he the guy with the sock on his hand?
He did have a sock, yes, Mr.
Right.
Socko.
Well, who was Jake the Snake?
Jake the Snake was a man called Jake who had a snake.
Did he actually have a snake?
Jake the Snake
Like, he brought
Roberts.
it on stage?
He brought a snake. The snake has bitten wrestlers before.
What was the snake called?
Ah. Oh no.
Oh, was it really?
Um.
Brutal's your friend at this time.
All my-
We should see what the
If any of my wrestling friends are listening, I'm gonna get fucking crucified for this.
Jake the Snake's snake name. Let me tell you what it is. His snake.
Lucy? He's had multiple ones because snakes don't live that long.
No, they don't. Snakes don't live forever, but if they did, it'd be terrifying.
Did you know there's many venomous snakes can open doors? Who knew? Well, NSP reference. Have you got the snake's name?
Can't actually find the name of the snake. It just
Okay.
says what his name was. Doesn't it say the name of the snake? There's probably something.
I'm gonna steal my gimmick. I've decided. Yeah, I'm gonna steal my gimmick from another popular TV show, The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Because there was a character called Tommy the Talking Turtle.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. But the difference is it's not going to be like a stupid like kid's outfit. It's going to be Terrence the Terrible Turtle. And
Right.
basically just going to look like a dude wearing a lot of green, but also a like bulletproof vest with like like a
Layers to this.
like a reinforced back. So
Alright.
like the finisher would be on the top ropes, jump and do what's called a senton, which basically you jump and then you just like don't go into almost a cannonball, but you
Yeah.
don't rotate and you just land on someone with your back.
Sounds awful, but yeah.
And
Yeah, that's wrestling.
yeah, and you know that's what we'd call in the industry a jobber. Cause,
Jobber.
Yeah, because you're gonna job out to people, you're gonna lose a lot. But when he gets that win, when he gets that turtle drop, it's gonna be great.
It'd be so good.
Oh, ring my shell. Ring my shell. That'd be his
Oh.
entrance music. You know, ring
right.
my bell.
Ring my bell.
But it'd be
Yeah,
like a metal version. It'd be like ring my shell, ring my shell. So yeah, Terabance the Terrifying or Terrible Turtle.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my gimmick. I wouldn't do that one personally.
You wouldn't.
Nah, the one I came up with for myself a few years ago, which is hella embarrassing, is Johnny Sniper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so come out to Johnny Sniper by Enter Shikari, and the finishing move is Last Garrison. It's just a sort of Gold Dust does it. It's called the Final Cut for him. It's just a really
Yeah.
cool looking finisher. It's basically a twisting neck breaker from like a suplex position. It looks cool. But the whole idea was going to be like playing up that he might have been in the military sort of thing, like real baby face, which is real good guy, like everybody loves him. And then in a feud, it comes out that all of the pictures of him in the military gear is just him airsofting.
Okay, yeah.
And then a heel turn basically because of that, like disgraced and like go on a losing streak and stuff. I always thought that would be quite a cool sort of
Yeah,
character.
you've obviously put a lot of thought into this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trademarked and patented.
Did
That's
you-
my OC.
Did
Don't
you draw
steal.
any pictures of
I
this?
don't draw.
Oh.
Nah.
I can imagine like you just like laying down your carpet like, oh
Yeah,
that
basically-
sounds really good.
Wrestling. I was like 15 at the time,
Yeah.
if not older. If
Oh, you
not
can still
older.
draw.
So. Yeah, there's me. Like somebody sees like my painting up on my like crayon drawing on the fridge. And like,
Yeah.
oh, that's really sweet. How old is he? My dad's like on his 5th glass of whiskey, head in hands. He's like 27.
He still lives here.
I-
It's just like,
I'm just upstairs listening to like wrestling songs. Like, I hope you liked my drawing. I drawed that last week.
I drawed it, and I'm gonna be a bigger wrestling man. Oh, Brilliant.
All right, so come on, what's your gimmick?
Oh, jeez, I don't know. Just looking around my room right now to look at things to see what I can use. All I can think is
Look at your
the
headphones.
cat headphones.
Yeah,
What can we do with that?
you could be.
Catmandu.
You could be.
And
You could be a masked wrestler.
the mask.
You could be a luchador.
Lucha Libre.
Yeah.
Yes.
El Gato.
I could be
El
a
Gato.
sleeping bag man.
You just come to the sleeping
My
bag.
finishing move was turn upside down in my sleeping bag so you couldn't see my face and just run at you. And you just like, and out of feed, like,
They
just run out of the ring like.
They just tap out and get counted out of the
People are
ring.
like, no, I don't want to be in the ring with that guy. He's a madman.
Okay. Well, I think that's
And his sleeping bag stinks. He's not washed it for weeks. That'd be one of my things. Just don't
Alright.
wash it.
Okay, before we move on from wrestling gimmicks, there was a wrestler back in the day called Bastion Booger, and his whole
Alright.
thing was how gross he was. I just want you
Oh.
to Google quickly Bastion Booger.
Okay, here we go. For the folks at home, I'm gonna like Bastion is in like
B-A...
also known as Mike Shaw.
Yeah. So his
This
whole
guy
thing
looks
was
alright.
his whole thing was that he was disgusting. He'd pick his nose, he'd like fart, he wouldn't wash and that, he'd like sit on people as his finisher, and like they'd be knocked out from the stench and stuff like that.
Oh wow, look at this guy. He was
He was a specimen. He was a fucking
Yeah.
specimen, bro.
apparently his first ring name was Klondike Mike.
Yeah, he like
Yeah.
before he got to the WWE, apparently he was like actually good.
Yo, he's had a lot of names actually.
Yeah.
And I think his latest name was Mike the Danger. Oh, there was like, here is all the names. We got Aaron Grundy, Big Ben Sharp, Bastion Booger, Cousin Mike, Friar Ferguson,
Friar Ferguson,
Jed-
I remember that.
Jed Grundy, Klondike Mike. I just read it like like names for a movie. Mac and Sing, Man Mountain Mike, Mike Striker, Norman the Lunatic, Norman the Maniac, Trucker Norm, William Danger, Mike the Danger. And he was also 6'0".
Wow.
So, so that's nice.
Fair enough. He was a rotund
Yeah.
he was a rotund man.
He was trained by Killer Kowalski, apparently. So
That's a strong name as well, isn't it?
it is. I like those names. They're brilliant.
Alright,
I
buddy.
think my
It's
favorite name is Norman the Lunatic.
Norman-
No, it's Trucker Norm.
Trucker Norm.
is
It's a
so good.
standout. It's a
Oh, it's
fucking
so good.
standout.
I like that. Trucker Norm.
Alright, next pick for you, buddy.
Right, here we go. I'm going for it. This I'm always afraid of my picks. As no, the first one was alright, but this
Yeah.
one could be awful. And so here we go. This one is Pepsi.
Pepsi! Alright, okay.
What it says in.
I
about
feel like
Pepsi.
you should lead in with your username for a lot of things.
My username, yes. It just stems off the absolute love for Pepsi. There's not even much to say about it. It's just I really enjoy Pepsi more than the average man. Like every time I can buy a 24-pack of Pepsi, I do it. Like,
Are you gonna tell the folks at home your username?
yeah, Pepsi God. Pepsi God is my name. I forgot to say that as well. Now it makes sense. Context.
Yeah,
Is a
context.
big thing. I love context. Yeah. Every time, well, you know, whenever when I'm like, oh, I'm running low on Pepsi, better order from Pizza Hut and order just Pepsi, and then I realize that it's like a £15 like order that you've got to make up to. So it's like I just can't order Pepsi alone. I could order like 10 Pepsis, but actually no, that's a good idea. Actually, I should do that. next
That would
time.
be excessive. You'd get a
You
look.
say that.
You'd get a look. You'd
Oh
get a
yeah,
look.
and I always get the same like delivery guy as well, and he's a lovely lad. He's just this old Scottish guy, I think, and he just like every time I order, he's like, you really need to change your diet. I was like, no, sir, I just need Pepsi. That's all I need.
Like, I don't want to eat this food, these cheese triangles and
Yeah.
such.
They're just extras to the Pepsi.
I have to buy them, or
Yeah,
else you
it's
won't
like-
bring me my Pepsi.
Oh, it's necessary. It's necessary. So yeah, maybe it's an addiction. I don't know.
I think that you're single-handedly keeping the cola wars alive, mate. And you know what? Kudos to you. See, I don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
mind. If I'm gonna buy one of the other, I'm gonna buy Pepsi Max over a Coke.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
definitely.
But like, I like a Coke Zero. Like, Pepsi kicks Coke's ass in the fact that it has two products. It has Pepsi Max, no sugar, and it has Pepsi. For the most
Yes.
part, obviously they do
Yeah.
like special edition ones that come out, but
Cherry.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't fuck around with. Well, this one's diet, and this one's zero, and this one's diet with peach, and this
Yeah.
one's. It's like, okay,
This one's caffeine free, and it's like
you know what you're getting with
Yeah.
Pepsi, is what I'm saying.
Pepsi don't fuck about.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, people make a big thing of like when you go to a place and it's like I will just order a Coke and they'll say, "Oh, is Pepsi all right?" I'm like,
It's Pepsi,
yeah,
alright."
of course.
I'm like,
Pepsi's better. I just
Yeah.
am so used to calling it Coke because it's a cola beverage.
Yeah. It literally
And
is. Yeah.
You say that whenever you go to places. Like,
Yeah. Can I have a rum and coke? Can I have a?
it's
yeah.
it's like you call a Hoover, innit?
Yeah.
You don't call it a Dyson. You're not gonna.
Or a vacuum.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Yeah, you could call it a vacuum.
Well, it is.
Speaking of Pepsi, there it is. Hoop, there it is. Coming back up to say hiya. Yeah, no, vacuums. Like, I don't know. What do I call it? Vacuum? Hoover?
I call it the Hoover.
I call it the vac.
The vac.
Even though, like, the vacuum's like, what's
The Bergerac.
Like- Bergerac vac.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to call him that from
Yeah.
now on.
You're welcome. You know what? You can have that one. That one's for
Yeah.
free.
That one's for free, but the rest you have to pay for.
Ooh. Oh,
Ah, yeah. Did you ever try Pepsi ginger?
yes, that shit was amazing.
Oh,
I have that with like not a good whiskey, but like just like a JD or something like that.
yeah.
As a drink or a Morgan's.
Yeah, definitely a Morgan's. Yeah, easily.
I prefer
it just
Kraken.
mixes so well. Yeah. It mixes with Kraken real well.
But Kraken, I don't know, recently harder to come by and definitely a lot more expensive usually.
It is, but it's so worth it.
It is, but like for me, if I have those, that's for like a party or something. I don't usually keep spirits about to just like have. I did with gin for a while, and I do occasionally get a bottle of gin, but you know, especially now that so much time is being spent at home.
Yes, so much time.
I prefer to just like maybe have a couple of ciders in, rather than have an entire bottle of like bevs in.
yeah.
'cause it could just descend into a really bad time real fast. I have self-control, but once
Yeah.
I've had quite a few drinks, like
get excited and you're like,
the little
"Hey."
voice in the back of the head's like, "You don't need to go to bed. I tell you what you can do. You can pour yourself a drink." I'm like, "Hey, this guy's fucking lit. Let's hang out with the voice in my head."
He's all right. Yeah.
What a
Have
man!
another
What a
one.
geezer! What a lad! So yeah, Pepsi is a strong mixer. Now
Yeah.
here's what I'm gonna throw out for you.
Okay.
We're meant to be talking about Pepsi, but I wanna sort of see which way you go with this. I'm gonna throw 3 out to you:
Go for it.
Sprite, 7-Up, or Fanta Lemon.
Oh boy. Right.
And here's the thing:
Ah.
I'm talking from the bottle because we all know McDonald's Sprite just hits different.
It
Like,
does.
It's
really
it's
does.
unfair to factor that in.
Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah.
I'm saying Fanta Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's correct.
Because like the first time I had it was like abroad.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's so refreshing, and you're like, it's so hot. or whatever country in apart from the UK is just always so hot. So anywhere you go,
You
that
don't
isn't the
get it
UK,
everywhere here as well. That's
No,
what I'm
you
saying.
don't.
I went
You
to
don't.
Sainsbury's today, and they have it in my local Sainsbury's in the bigger one. I'm just like, $1.75 a bottle. You know,
Oh.
usually I'm a bit like, that's a bit pricey. But it's
It
for
is a bit
Fanta
pricey.
Lemon. It's for Lanta Femin.
Lanta Femin.
Lanta Femin, and you know I'm gonna pay that price. It's not like ravioli, because
No.
I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli.
Ravioli now.
Ah! I knew I had to get that in at some point during this podcast.
And there you go. Shout out to
1st of October.
Yeah.
Go listen to 1st of October if you like Andrew Huang
Yes.
and Rob Scallon. They
Rob
do a
Scallon.
band once a year on the 1st of October, and
And they
it's
got an album, and it's good.
they've got two. They've got two.
Two.
Albums, yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
shiver me timbers. Oh.
All right. Well, have you got anything else to say about Pepsi?
Fucking love Pepsi, mate.
Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi, right?
So-
It's so good.
We did a video a while back on our friend's channel, and we reviewed. He's no longer under that name. I believe
called
it's now under Alabaster Caladrius.
Okay, yeah, that
But,
makes sense. If you can spell that, that's great. But
We'll speak to him about linking his channel and see
'Cause
if
we've
he's up
mentioned
for
him
that.
now.
Yeah.
This is it.
And so if we do, wherever you listen to this, we'll try and get that below. But anyway, you'd just come back from Japan, you and our boy Matt Simpson, hadn't you?
Yes. Did you mean America?
Was it America that you got?
Oh wait, no wait. Oh, I can't even remember.
I feel like it was. I feel like
Yeah,
it was.
It
America.
was Japan because
It was Japan.
Yeah, it was Japan. Yeah.
I was right. Okay,
You were
cool.
right.
All right. Well, yeah. And you had Crystal Pepsi with you.
Mhm. Yeah.
I didn't try it.
Oh, it literally just tastes like Pepsi. I don't wanna sugarcoat it for you, but I'm toast.
I know, but
But
it's that disconnect, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
you
'cause
drink
it's,
a
like,
cola
clear.
beverage, and it's brown.
you want
It
it to
should
be
be
brown.
brown. So, drinking something that looks like Sprite but tastes like Coke would probably fuck me up.
Yeah. It's like when
You see me taking a hit of the fucking Crystal Pepsi 5 minutes later in the shower, fully dressed, crying.
the crying game, like oh. Yeah, it's like when they had when Heinz had green ketchup for a while, and you were like,
There was green and there was purple, wasn't there?
yeah, and I was like,
yeah.
shouldn't it? Oh.
Oh, there was one recently as well. I feel like Fanta Orange went black for a bit.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm.
I've got it.
I think maybe they just. I think maybe they just did like a spooky bottle, but
spooky.
I definitely seem to remember there being something about Fanta Orange.
No,
going
you're
black.
right.
Oh,
It is a
really?
spooky Fanta Black. I'll link it for you. I'll show you a pic.
All right, let's.
There you go.
Oh wow!
Wow,
I want to drink that.
dark orange.
I want to
I'll-
drink that. I'd be really
wanna-
upset by that.
I want to freaking drink that so much.
I don't know how I'd feel.
So good. Oh,
It right, the picture unsettles me.
Why? It's the Wolfman.
No, it's the color. It's
Oh,
the
it's just
black and the
Jet
orange.
black, blacker than
Yeah.
a priest's socks.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't be that black, would it? Like, let's be real. It's not
You
going to be
don't-
jet black in person. It's going to be like a Coke. But at the
I don't
same
know.
time, actually, you're right. Like Dandelion and Burdock, that's pretty black. Oh, do you
Yeah.
reckon they just put tar in it?
I was gonna say it looks like tar. Here's a picture of a real bottle of it.
Oh, that's
I'm telling you, that's looking
Oh.
pretty dark.
I wonder if they've still got any.
Oh,
Because I swear this was from like last year.
I didn't even know about
It
it.
looks like. Look at the side of that picture. I thought it was like. This is an audio podcast. We need to move forward from this. But
Yeah.
look up Black Fanta so that you understand what we're talking about. And it's
Yeah.
kind of strange, but You know, I'd try it. I'd try it. I'd definitely give it
Give
a
it a
go.
go.
But I'd feel very odd about it. I'm
Mm,
gonna be honest.
yeah. Oh, I'll try the hell out of it. But yep.
It's like, did you see the invisible crisps? They were like see-through crisps.
What? Excuse me?
There was a way to make crisps, and you sort of like extracted the starch from everything, and then like bonded it with like a gel or something, and
Yo,
it
these look-
basically turned into like see-through crisps.
This looks fucked.
Yeah, right.
I'm not about that.
That's the most unsettling food image of
That is.
like that's meant to be normal, because you get like food horrors, but like the hot dog with, or like the banana in a hot dog with like ketchup and mustard going the wrong way and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that's blessed. That's blessed and cursed. This is just like, oh no.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
I bet it was a fucking Heston Blumenthal kind of shit. He does that.
I think
kind
it
of
was him,
stuff.
you know. It was
Oh.
Barry Lewis of My Virgin Kitchen that I saw do it. Shout out to one of my favourite wholesome cooking boys on YouTube.
Big bells.
But yeah, I reckon we do some YouTube recs at the end
Yeah.
if we've got any. But I think next prompt.
Next prompt. Is it
Right.
you? It's
It
you.
is me. Right, let's give this a big
God.
old. Let's go for this one. Oh, I'm so happy this one came up on the first episode.
All right.
Dean,
Yeah.
Lego weapons.
Oh! You kept pulling that one out, like
Yeah.
when you were like, we were doing test ones, and I was like,
It's.
Is it
I
doing this
feel
on
like
purpose,
this
or-
one is the one that sums up the idea of the Hatcast the best.
yeah, Lego
Right,
weapons.
So Lego weapons, which would be the most deadly in a real fight? I've got my answer. I want to hear what you come up with, and then I'll
Right.
explain the logic behind mine.
I'm just gonna go off on a side tangent thing about Lego weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda like when I was in primary school, we used to like every playtime when it was an indoor thing, you know, rain, you have to stay inside, haha. We'd make Lego like inventions, and then we'd make them fight. But obviously, like you just like clash them together and see which one didn't break,
Mm-hmm.
basically, and like see which one broke off the most bits. So me being like a big old dumpy idiot fuck, I made what I call the block. And it was just like a 4x4, like one of those green things on the top, green thing on the bottom, and just like at least like 5 layers of brick in the middle, and I just fucking launched it at everyone's thing. They'd like made these intricate fingers, and I was like, enter the block, and
So-
just yeeted it at their thing, and just
So
No
if
one
it
to
was
play it
like
anymore.
Robot Wars, you'd be like,
Yeah.
everybody else would be fighting, and then it'd be like, Sir Killalot enters.
just
The
comes in.
block enters.
block. And it just
Oh,
yeeted
block.
at their things, which they bit like spent like 10 minutes, like half the break time building. And I just hid mine at the bottom of the Lego pile every time, and I was like, I've got the block. And it just comes out the bottom of the Lego like some fucking like you know, like those things from Toy Story when they enter
Yeah.
from the sand. It like come out like that. It's like, yes, the block, and I was like, oh no.
You've
please
got that
don't,
one
Dean."
kid who's just turned up at school. He's like, yes, I have finally done it. A way to be popular in this school. I have worked on it. Oh no, he's got the blush. No, don't hit me. Like, he's built like a rocket ship that looks like the tits, and you're just like, all right, lad, block.
Block. That's all that happened, and people didn't want to play it anymore for a while.
Mhm.
But I was like, the block kills all.
So, I think that a good one then would be, if you could use other things, I'd say you get a stick and a rope and attach that to the block, and then you're laughing for a bit. But you need to come up with something.
Tommy Blocker. This fucking.
But
Oh,
you have to think about this. Let's take it to that, and let's say this is an expansion on the how many toddlers do you think you could fight? This is how many. This is how many
before,
years.
before they overpowered you.
Yeah, this is how many
Like-
year fives in waves that you can take
Waves.
out.
Like
So we'll
hard
say-
mode year 5.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, And I don't know, like, year fives are definitely harder than they were in our time. They've got TikTok and shit, mate. They need to be streetwise.
Mm.
But yeah. So year fives, what Lego weapon do you take into battle
Jesus.
to do the most damage to get you the furthest? I've got my answer. Do you want me to put mine forward?
You go.
Lego knuckle dusters. Do I need to say much more? I'm just throwing fists, and you know how bad stepping on a fucking Lego is, mate. We all know how fucking terrible that is. Imagine getting a fucking left cross from somebody a lot older and bigger than you wearing a Lego knuckle duster. You're going down.
With Lego knuckle dusters, like, yes, hello, child. Just fucking lay into him, like.
Mate, even if one like survived, you just fucking pick him up and chokeslam and be like, "Who's next?" Like these kids go into therapy afterwards. They walk out into like the kiddie therapy bit and they see that there's Lego for the kids like playing. They're just like screaming, like clawing their eyes.
Toys R Us, and they're like, "Oh wait, no, Toys R Us doesn't exist anymore."
Pour one out for
in the chat for Toys R Us. What is it now? Is it Smiths?
Smiths?
Whatever. Yeah, Smiths.
Mate, imagine we went to the Lego store in London the other week.
Yes, we did.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
That'd not be good for them.
Yo.
So, I think that I've won, to be honest, but I want to see if you've got an idea. And wherever we put this up, if there's comments or if there's anything there, I want to see what Lego weapon you'd come up with. Because remember, it has to be structurally sound enough to not break after a while.
Yeah,
so I reckon the knuckle dusters, you're right. Because you can use thick blocks.
Yeah.
And just go in laughing.
Like, you couldn't, like, just have a skateboard and put Lego all over it. Could you? Like, just cover dip a skateboard in glue.
I'm gonna say no.
No, there's too much. It's gotta be.
What if we did it on the grip tape though? Would that be content?
Yeah.
Barefoot skateboarding with a Lego grip tape. I wonder if that's been done.
Oh, if anyone does it, I'm calling you out and saying don't do it yet. But we do it. I don't think anyone's stupid enough to do that, actually, to be fair with you. So we've got to do it to prove a point.
Why does the content I want to make always involve me getting fucking hurt?
It's just...
This is the only time that it hasn't happened, and we've discussed my injuries already.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Have
you got anything?
I can't... I don't even know.
I mean, an ornate battle axe would be... I feel like Mike would be, like, a great person to have at this point. We did we both guested on our friend Mike's podcast, Clark and 9FM, a little while ago. And hopefully at some point we'll get him on here as well. But yeah, great lad and a Lego genius, I have to say.
He is a Lego genius.
And yeah, really good guy. But I think he'd come up with some weapons of mass destruction.
Oh yeah, I can't think of anything that could be Lego knuckle dusters. Like, I don't.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
All I'm thinking of is like sleeping bag again, but that's stupid.
Just a pillowcase full of assorted Lego bricks.
What if we go like Full Metal Jacket and get like a sock and just fill it with Lego? Oh, right?
Lego and a couple of batteries. Because you'd need something heavy. The Lego would do the damage on contact.
The block inside a sock.
The block in a sock.
Sock.
Oh, I think Lego knuckle dusters might have been beaten by block in a sock. You know,
block in a sock.
By themselves, Lego knuckle dusters win. But block in a sock, you'd be wearing a sock, so you could just lose one of your shoes. You're losing armor, but you're gaining a big weapon there.
Big,
large. All right. Well, we're coming up to about 3/4 of an hour now. Do you reckon we do one more each, or shall we start to wrap it up? Because there's a few things that I think that we could do towards the end here. We did mention about YouTube recommendations there. There
Sure
is
did.
somebody I want to give a shout out to as well.
Shout out.
Okay. So
Let's do it.
I did write this on a bit of paper.
Oh.
There's something that I do want to do occasionally while we're doing this. Is a streamer shout out. At the moment, a lot of people have been moving towards Twitch, whether they're DJs, whether they're gamers who have lost their jobs, or whether they're just people who want to be getting out there and making content. I know that since we were in our first lockdown, I really did get back into Twitch. And it was through this person that I actually discovered Twitch, and well, I'd seen it before, but rediscovered and made me actually enjoy watching streamers. So I'd like to give a shout out to friend of mine and Dean's and friend of the podcast, Will Amok. So that's WILLAMOK. Wholesome streamer boy from Denmark, though we all
Hell of
call
a boy.
him Swedish. Really nice
do.
lad. He gets spooked by farts. He gets spooked by his own screams,
You get
which
spooked.
he really does. he doesn't always play horror games, but when he does, they are some of the funniest streams I've ever gone on to. Lad's got a real natural charisma. Is genuinely one of the nicest boys I know, and considering that we only know him because one of our other friends just randomly played PUBG with him one night. He came into our life like that, and you know what? Even though PUBG is a piece of shit game that hasn't been optimized for PCs, and all they do is release new maps and make it unplayable for people that could play it on release. Fuck you, PUBG.
Fuck you.
I'm glad that we did play it because it meant that we got this boy. So big shout out to Will again. That's at WILLAMOK. Will Amok on Twitch. Go and give him a watch. He has started streaming again. He had a break for a bit, but he's back now. So definitely give him a look and tell him that the Hatcast sent you. Cheers.
Yeah.
Right. Have you got any shout outs to do, buddy?
Shout out to you for being a lovely boy.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, don't.
Stop it. Right back at you.
Yeah,
I think-
I'll save them.
Okay.
Got lots, but we'll limit it to like one. Maybe.
I will throw out one YouTuber that I know we both really appreciate at the moment, and
Yeah.
I feel can only get more and more appreciated as time goes by because he's come out of nowhere. He's been an absolute diamond. Talking about Ordinary Sausage.
Ah, yes.
What
I
a
knew you were going this far.
hero.
Yes. Oh.
He's a bit angry with us today. He's a bit angry with us British people.
Mhm.
I can understand why, because a lot of people sort of jumped in his comments saying, "Oh, you've just made a black pudding, mate," because he made a blood sausage. I don't feel like they're very prevalent in American cuisine, so I can understand.
Yeah, they're definitely not.
What you have to understand, other English people and well, British people in general, is we are a much smaller market than the rest of the world. You know.
We are.
So, just because we know something, like, there's been fish sausages and egg sausages on there, and those are things that happen in other parts of the world.
Yeah, they exist, definitely.
You were right to say that it just looks like a black pudding, but by all accounts, it actually looked like a half-decent black pudding. So, you know, fair dues to him. Hopefully, somehow this gets to him and he understands that it's not all of us and that we love him dearly. So basically, the idea of
not all
it...
Brits.
The idea of it, guys, is that he makes sausages.
Yeah.
He's just a
That's
fella.
it.
He's a fella that makes sausages, but he'll make them out of KFC bargain meals, McDonald's meals, Subways with the wrapper.
With the wrapper.
That would have been such a good sandwich
It
sausage
didn't have the wrapper.
if he didn't
I mean,
have
I'd
the wrapper
still try it.
and the Sprite
Yeah, and the Sprite.
and the
So it's got a-
Sprite.
Oh,
Oh.
and the cookie. Oh,
You know what? Like, honestly, we can't do him justice. His videos aren't very long. Go and have a look.
Yeah.
Hard recommend on our boy, The Ordinary Sausage.
just a good boy making sausages. I mean, what more? It's good. It's lovely.
So
Wholesome content.
Wholesome content. Right. So, as we're still sort of 10 minutes short, this won't be the layout going forward. We'll try and streamline it, but this is just a test one. If people like this, expect this back. I mean, we're gonna do it anyway. Like,
We're gonna.
it's a fun experiment that we're enjoying. We hope that you enjoy it as well. As things go on, we may move to a video format as well, and see how that goes. But for the moment, we will stay audio unless you want us to go video. I'm sure we could sort that out. It's all easy enough, I believe.
It's all up in the air, and we're
I'm confident that we
right
could do it.
for a recommendation.
Absolutely. But on this first episode, do you want to call it, or shall we do one more for the people?
One more for the people.
One more for the people.
I've got so many.
All right, you draw, buddy.
All right, I'm drawing.
I'm sad that
Here.
I have to get rid of Lego weapons, you know.
I know, but
that was
at
one
least
of my
we've got it.
favourites.
At least it actually came up.
You know what?
There was a possibility it couldn't have.
That's the thing. There's so many winners in here. I'm no cap. Get it? Because it's the Hatcast.
Sorry. I got carried away. I'm sorry.
Nah, I love that.
Right. Right. I've got one.
Yeah, I've got about 50. Go for it.
You're not gonna like it.
Oh no.
It's
Well, it'll
just,
be a short one then.
It's just monkey.
Monkey. Okay. So, Return to Monkey has been
Reject.
reject maternity. Return to Monkey. I remember the first time the monkey flip got me.
Oh.
Is it was coincidentally our friend who introduced us to Will, Bertie.
Yes.
He sent me a video, and it looked like it was gonna be a get stick bugged one,
Yeah. Oh, you sent me the same thing, and I was like, "Oh, I've seen this," and
I
then
was
it was
just
like,
like-
"Oh,
and then it turned into the monkey flip video,
the monkey flip."
which gave me so much joy.
Oh,
You won't
the
believe
the
it.
song choice
The joy.
as well.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
Oh, is it Lost Horizons?
yeah.
Yeah, Lost Horizons.
Oh, so good.
I wouldn't even try it.
No, I wouldn't want to. Even
I think
that
you
attempt
actually
I made was
peaked
absolute
in-
shite.
I think you peaked in OBS. Was just like, no,
No,
we're not going to
no.
allow that.
You stop doing that. Yeah. No.
Amazing.
Monkey memes are like they've grown. I don't know where things come from, but
You know what? I think people just like monkeys, mate.
They do.
Understandably, they're funny fuckers.
they're funny. They're relatable and they're just kind primates.
I mean,
I was trying to think of a
I've-
pun, but I couldn't think of shit. But
I've seen some very angry monkeys.
oh yeah,
I think what's the oldest monkey meme that you can remember? Because I wouldn't say it's a meme as much as it is a viral video. But remember that monkey what raped that frog to death?
what? That's not good. That is not good.
It's staying in.
Oh,
that was the visceral reaction I
oh,
wanted to
you
that.
caught me off guard with that. No.
So
That's
yeah,
not-
there was a video of a frog that hopped into a monkey enclosure, and this monkey just picks it up, and the frog's going like, "Wee!" And then it just starts like fucking it,
Oh my god.
and like they referenced it in like Pokemon, but with animals instead.
Oh no. Oh, let the folks at home Google that one because I am not going to.
I wouldn't recommend it, but
No.
I would have thought for sure you'd have remembered that one.
My fondest monkey meme is got to be the one where that monkey sat in the barber chair and
Oh,
he's just,
yeah.
getting his hair cut. He's just nice.
You know
just
what?
sat there.
It's a good one. That's a
It's
good
just
one.
love- he's just like, what do you want? He's like, oh, short back and sides. Obviously didn't say that. but-
Ladies and
It's just
gentlemen, that there indicates the duality of the Hatcast. Dean, oh, monkey in a chair having a haircut. Lovely. Me, that frunky, that monkey what raped the frog to death.
That frunky, that's what had come out of it.
Father, why?
Father, why have you done
Did you ever see that Treehouse of Horror episodes where they were like parodying Harry Potter?
Yes.
And he made like Bart made like a frog prince, and it's just like kill me.
Yeah, it's like
Existence is painful. That's a froggy.
I remember that. Oh, right. Right.
Well, that brings us to nearly an hour. I guess we start to do the sign off now.
Sign off.
Yeah. So
Right.
that has been the first pilot, I guess, episode of the Hatcast. Thank you, anybody that has let this find its way into their ear holes. We are recording this a day before Halloween. That's why I went for such a horrible way of saying that.
Yeah, it was awful and it felt bad.
Well, I don't know. It's got a ring to it. It's in my ear
Yeah.
holes now.
It's
And
in
it'll
my
be in
ear
yours
hole.
soon.
Coming to your ear holes real
Oh.
soon.
That's worse.
Real soon.
I've been Ryan.
Don't.
If you want
But-
to follow me at all, I'm on Twitter.
My Twitter, is it still? I think it's Pepsi God now. So just try Pepsi God. If it's not, then soz. But I'll change it if it's not. So Pepsi God at Pepsi God. That's it.
Mine is at Dingo Bro YT, capital D, capital B, capital YT. That rhymed. Fuck.
Yeah, that was nice. That was.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Get a beat to that and see what happens.
That works for me. Right. We will definitely put out more of this. Not sure where we're gonna get these up to yet. But we'll suss that out, and I'm sure we will both have relentlessly messaged people about giving this a listen. So thank you very much for actually listening to us. If you made it this
Yeah.
far,
Yeah.
if you have any ideas that you want us to chuck in the hats, send them over, and we'll be more than happy to. We can't
we'll
guarantee
definitely
that they'll
chuck 'em
get in. Can't
I'll
guarantee.
chuck 'em. I will.
Oh no, I mean we can't guarantee that we'll talk about them.
Oh yeah, they'll hear them in the next year. But
Possibly.
we don't know.
Maybe.
No one knows.
Who knows? Every time we're adding more to the hats, so it's a game.
Let's get stronger.
It's a game of chance.
Will you take it? Oh no. Right.
So, once more, this has been Ryan.
And Ryan. And Ryan's there. And Dean, me. Oh.
You were doing so well. This has been Ryan and Dean. This has been the first episode of the Hatcast. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day. Cheers, then.
Good night, law. Yeah.
Bye.